So, I kinda recently tried my hand at escaping the spawn on 2b2t. Was it successful? Honestly, I couldn't really tell. So, first of all, what is 2b2t? Well, 2b2t is the oldest Anarchy server on Minecraft, which basically means that it's a public Minecraft server with pretty much no rules whatsoever. That means not only is griefing allowed, but so are hacks, cheats, and pretty much anything else. Since anything goes, the spawn area has over time been reduced to a large wasteland of cobblestone, obsidian, and random scattered materials, pretty much. Since it's been around for so long, 2b2t has a lot of history behind it. Now, while I'm not exactly qualified to tell you about it, if you'd like to find out more about the history of 2b2t, I'd suggest watching, I think it's pronounced FitMC. He doesn't exactly have any use for a shout out from me, but I figured I should just mention it. Anyway, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to give you a first-hand account of the server from the perspective of a noob. Hey, get that out of here. Anyway, here's my story. Just a heads up, I got pretty much nothing done. So, like I said, I've been watching some videos about the history of 2b2t, and I thought it was really interesting. At some point, I decided that I would log on and try out the server for a little while. No problem, right? Well, turns out a lot of people must have had the same idea, because the queue was 7 freaking hours long. I wasted my entire morning just trying to get into 2b2t, but finally, the digital gates opened, and I was allowed to enter the server. My first order of business was gathering some wood. Anyone who's ever played Minecraft knows that you need wood to start off. Problem is, like I mentioned before, the 2b2t spawn is pretty much a cobblestone wasteland. That's to say, there aren't exactly trees lying all over the place. I spent the first 10 minutes running all over creation trying to find some wood so I could make some tools and actually do something. The only good thing about it was getting to see the landscape and stuff. I'm a sucker for a good apocalyptic landscape. I even got a good look at the infamous giant walls and towers. Oh wow. Oh wow, what is this? You know, this is the kind of stuff, like, that 2b2t is known for, and I know very little about 2b2t, but the fact that I know what this kind of stuff is, just goes to show how famous it is. But I wasn't finding anything useful, so I eventually decided to go into the Nether and see if there was anything for me there. Luckily, there are Nether portals all over the place. Yep, not a single tree, but plenty of Nether portals. So the Nether's already a wasteland. Years of griefing and resource gathering can't have done that much to it, right? Yeah, no. Definitely no. Oh my god. You know, it's a lot different being here in person. I've seen this in videos, but oh, something exploded. There's a wither. Run, 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 run. Somehow, it was even harder to navigate in the Nether than the Overworld. Another thing that's a little different than the Overworld, they actually had some wood there for some reason. That's wood. That is wood. So I grabbed some and continued wandering around for a little while trying to find an ender chest, because those are everywhere on the server. I finally spotted one, but it was just across a small gap. No problem though, there were some vines on the other side that I could jump to and then climb up to the chest. Unfortunately, I'm no George of the Jungle, so when I tried to climb up the vines, this happened. Can I make this jump? Yes, yes, yes. No, 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 bad, no. Ah! Come on. How do I suck at this so much? Alright, I don't know where I am. What happened? No, 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 no. Oh. I had to start all the way back in the Overworld without any of my stuff. But no problem, right? I just went back into the Nether, got some more wood, which was once again easier than I expected, and once I had enough wood, I put it in an ender chest and jumped into the void so I could respawn in the Overworld. Right next to a wither. There it was. There's a wither right there. You know what, just kill me. I want to redo of this. Kill me, come on. There we go. Take 2. At some point, I kind of realized that I wasn't going to get much done in this play session, so rather than waste everyone's time, I thought that to make the video a little more interesting, I would leave my gear in an ender chest and go explore the Nether. After some close calls, I managed to find my way onto one of the Nether roads. Now these aren't just some measly 3-block wide paths. These are full-on highways made of solid freaking obsidian that stretch on for literally thousands of blocks. I didn't exactly know where to go from there, so I just started running down the path until I found something noteworthy. I kept running until finally, I ran out of hunger. But I still hadn't found anything really interesting in the Nether. It can't end here, I have to do something worthwhile in this video. And that's when I saw it. Across a patch of scattered blocks hovering over the void was another player. At first, I couldn't decide if I should go over to them. On one hand, I might get some interesting footage out of it, but on the other hand, they might just kill me. I ended up deciding to make my way across the scattered blocks and go see what was going on with the other player. Problem is, I had to look down to parkour across the blocks, and when I looked back up, the player was just gone. Here's the footage. I took my eyes off for like 2 seconds max. You know, I need to have at least one player interaction in this video. I'm just going to walk up to them and see what they do, and they're probably going to murder me, and I have no weapons, and I suck at PvP, so I'm going to die, but whatever. Did they not see me? Well, there goes the one thing that was going to make this an interesting video. Might as well just go in the same direction as they did and maybe find them again. So I went in that general direction for a little while until I noticed some nether portal particles floating around. Oh, this must be their nether portal. Maybe if I go through I can find their base. Just one problem, I couldn't seem to find the portal. I looked all over the place and I just couldn't see it anywhere. Eventually, my wandering and searching brought me through a hole and into a corridor, and what I saw just blew my mind. A huge hallway as far as the eye could see, as far as the render distance could see. Anyway, it was a long hallway, and it was lined all the way along with nether portals. Do you have any idea how long this must have taken to make? This person would have had to gather so much obsidian. To be fair, they probably use hacks, but it was still cool to look at. Oh my god. Who made this? And that's when my recording stopped, because I ran out of storage on my computer. Have I mentioned that I'm terrible at managing my computer storage? Because I really am. Now, this may seem like a pretty anticlimactic ending to a pretty boring video, but worry not. There's still more to the story. After the recording stopped, I stayed on the server for a little while, figuring that if anything interesting happened, I could just tell you guys about it. So after some more aimless wandering, I just kind of walked up to a ledge and was about to start cleaning up my recording setup when I saw some movement out of the corner of my eye. Turns out, it was the same player from earlier. At first I was worried they were just going to kill me, but then they did the Crouch of Friendship. You know the one. So we had an alliance. You know, I heard that players on the server weren't too accepting of new players, but this really isn't that bad. Maybe that's just a negative stereotype or something. That rat! We had a truce, we had an alliance, and then they just punched me off a cliff. We did the Crouch of Friendship. Does that mean nothing to you? If you're out there watching this video, I hope you feel bad about what you did to me. So what lesson can we learn from this story? Don't be so quick to trust someone you've never met? Maybe that not every story can have a happy ending. Well, I'll tell you what I learned. I learned that some people just don't understand the importance of the Crouch of Friendship, and sometimes there's just no fixing that.